Hello, my audience. This is Paul. If you're wondering why the footage I'm showing is out of sync, it's because the person I'm about to introduce did not want to be on camera, and I wanted to show you guys something interesting. But we have none other than Esabelle.
Hello, so great to be back talking to you again.
Yeah, it's so unreal that we've met up in person 4 different times now. And again, I wanted to make it clear that her leaving the channel was very much not us not getting along, because otherwise we wouldn't be recording this video.
No, so yeah, it's great to actually be back in person visiting. I moved away from where I was before, so it's now easier to come see you.
Yeah, so we might not do any more vlogs just like this, because I feel like on the 5th time the novelty will be wearing off, and she doesn't want to be on camera, so it's like, how many more ways can we make this interesting? But I did want to do at least one more, just because I don't know, the novelty still hasn't worn off for me personally. We had a little bit more of a condensed hangout this time around, so we're gonna be a little bit shorter than usual, just because you had a lot of stuff that you had to do behind the scenes that I wasn't involved with, and we're being vague on purpose because I don't want to make it sound like she was doing something inappropriate. So let's just say she was invited to a wedding that I didn't go to, and I get uneasy around weddings, so she was going to do some of that stuff at the wedding while I kind of stayed behind. But we did get to spend 2.5 full days together, would you say?
Yeah, I think it probably comes out to about that whenever you look at the hours that we spent together.
Okay, so why don't we start with the very first day that you showed up. I guess that was more of a half day because you showed up around like 8 in the evening.
Yeah, I will try to refrain from talking about anything wedding related because, like Paul said, he does not like hearing about weddings. I think he just assumes that I not mention it. So I will... Let's just say we had a change of plans from what we were expecting to have that day. So my sister and I were able to come in later in the day, which was just as well because we had quite the drive ahead of us. And so we ended up getting here and let's see, we caught up a little bit with each other, got checked into the room, and then Alyssa's my sister, she's been on, mentioned before. So she and I had to eat coming up here, so we'd already had dinner. Paul had not, so we compromised and went to Burger King whenever he ate his dinner, and then my sister and I just got desserts so we could eat with him.
But here's what was fun about getting desserts. Without even trying, we all ended up ordering the same dessert, which I think might be the first and only time in the history of us knowing each other where we were totally in sync on our food preferences.
That's true. We do not usually sync up on that. Paul is very, by the book, likes what he's always known, and my sister and I are always exploring all different foods and oh, we haven't tried that, let's try it now. So, yeah, we don't typically coordinate.
Yeah, well, it worked out really well. We also did a little bit of cosplaying, which I won't show you what Alyssa looked like, but here's a picture of a cosplay that just Esabelle and I did. She dressed up in the Pauline dress, which is my second favorite outfit that she's ever done. At one point, her sister also dressed up as Zelda, but she didn't want me to show that in this video. And I'm just really grateful you guys did that because I'm not 100% sure what my Comic-Con plans are this year. Plus, I've been a fan of cosplaying for 3 years now, and I love seeing people dressed up as other characters, even if I'm not familiar with the source material. So I was really thankful that you were brave enough to try on that costume again.
I mean, that doesn't really take bravery. I've been in that costume many times, so... You only get credit for bravery if you're afraid of something, and I wasn't afraid, so no worries about that.
That's good. Well, unfortunately, because the two of them showed up so late on Thursday, that was pretty much all we did. I'm pretty sure I showed you something else. Yeah, no, I think that was it. I'm blanking out.
Okay.
So then we had to move ahead quite a few days to Sunday. That was the next time I was able to see her. I joked around with my mom that I said, This is the shortest amount of time I've had to go between seeing her because it was only 3 days as opposed to almost a year.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time we got together on Sunday, we spent most of the day swimming.
Yeah, that was I needed to swim. It's been a very hectic several months for me, and it feels like I have not had much downtime, and I always feel relaxed in the water. So it was a great time to just kind of relax, unwind, avoid running into children in the pool. So
we had a couple of kids that had no sense of stranger danger and were splashing us, but
yes, last minute they had booked a kid's birthday party at the pool, and we did not know that until we got there. Luckily, we were able to go into that warmer pool, which you said it was a leisure pool.
Yeah.
Was the name of it. We were still able to go in there, but we did have to dodge a few children. So it all worked out, though, because not too long into it, they got called away from guessing cake and presents, so
yeah, and then
it
it
worked
was
out.
just the adults left. One adult cracked me up because she thought that the three of us were siblings, which I was so honored by, but I guess, I never really thought of that, but Esabelle was saying that she does think we look somewhat alike.
Mm-hmm.
So I was joking around that on my Facebook profile picture, my friend and I were facing each other in such a way that it looked like we were looking at each other in a mirror, and that if people didn't know us ahead of time, they'd have trouble telling who was who.
Oh,
So I've
okay.
always joked around that if she ever says, Paul, take down that profile picture, that I would just do that with Esabelle instead.
Well, goodness knows we have enough pictures in the time that we've been visiting each other.
Yeah. I'm very blessed with how many opportunities we've had to be in pictures and videos together.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as the pool atmosphere and the temperature and the floaties, what did you think overall of the facility?
It was a very basic facility and it got the job done. I mean, was it the fanciest? No, but I didn't need fancy. I just needed relaxing. So it was perfectly fine for everything that we had planned. And then, of course, afterwards we went out.
We went
out and got for dinner. We've been picked up my brother-in-law, who was at the hotel still, and went out for dinner.
Unfortunately, the hotel was ridiculously basic. I felt really bad because I thought that I was doing them a favor by booking the one that was closest to my house. But it turns out that they didn't even have a couch for us to sit on. The room was very small, very cramped, and it didn't even have a carpet except right near the back of the wall. But you were saying that you didn't particularly mind.
No, I don't typically go and book anything like 5-star and fancy or anything like that. That's not typically our style. And everything worked. We have had experiences in my family where my parents like to save money, and there have been a few hotels that we've booked over the years. One years ago had slugs in it. So they'd be slugging across the carpet, leaving a little trail, which I'm fine with bugs, so I was just I'm chill with it. I don't usually like them in here, but okay.
Well, we didn't see any bugs the entire time we were there, thankfully.
Yeah, the thing that bothered me was a few years after that we had cockroaches. Now that is actually disgusting.
Yeah.
So the fact that it was clean and everything worked. The heater worked, the lights worked, the shower worked, the sink. Everything was functional. And that's really all I expect from a hotel room, is that it's clean and functional. And I'd say it fit those criteria.
Yeah, for sure. And there was one more question. Oh, yes, I remember. Yesterday, after we finished with dinner, we went to the dollar store, and Esabelle and her sister got me Nintendo eShop gift cards, which is what I wanted the most for my birthday. So thank you so much for that.
Oh, you're welcome. I hope you put them to good use, and I have no doubt that you will.
Oh, yeah. I'm usually pretty harsh about prices, as you've known if you've watched my gaming reviews. So it's nice when I can, somewhat offset all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I always ask for my birthdays, is gift cards. Mm-hmm. And my birthdays come, as of the time of this recording, it's coming up in about, less than 10 days. So it was nice that the two of them were able to come over as like an unofficial birthday present. And then they got the gift cards in addition to like coming over. So today is the last day that we're hanging out. All we really have planned is I'm going to show them clips of my best memories and best games of 2025 videos, because Esabelle has just been so busy. She hasn't had a chance to see, like, as they call it, the fruits of her labor yet.
No, unfortunately, it's been rough moving to a new place and settling in, and, well, I think we mentioned in another recording, so look for the other recording, watch the videos to find that one too. As I recently got engaged, and that's brought a lot of stuff to do. So it's gonna be nice to have a laid back time, getting to see everything come together, and Paul's gonna show us.
Yeah, and then we're also gonna go see the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I have already watched it. I watched it on opening day and in 3D. So you can watch my review of that on my channel, but these two haven't. And I had specifically said, when we were planning this trip, I said, I want each of you to feel like you can just pick something that you really want to do and just feel like this trip is personalized. And that was one of the first things Esabelle said, was just, I want to see the Mario Galaxy movie.
Yes, we're looking forward to that. I mean, Paul did introduce us to the Mario movie originally, so it's kind of an extension of what we've done before.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that you really like it.
Oh, I think I will.
I mean, my sister and I were grinning the whole time, and she plays the games far less than me. So the fact that we both just insanely enjoyed it shows that I think even non-gamers could probably enjoy it. Don't listen to the critics. Sure, it can be kind of all over the place at times, but really that's my biggest concern. Like, they got rid of the licensed music. They don't have that stupid Peaches song. And
oh, they don't. That's a disappointment. Darn.
Well, she'll just have to listen to Toad's song in the first Mario movie, if you know what I mean.
It's whatever it is, it's not going to beat the Peaches song. That's the best.
Well, like I said, since this was a bit of a shorter trip, we don't have too much more to say, but would you like to overall give... I don't want to sound like I'm fishing for compliments, so maybe try to make it more neutral so it doesn't sound like I'm bragging, but like, what would you say is your overall takeaway from this trip?
Takeaway as in meaning, or
like
favorite moment? What?
Just whatever you want to say, like an overview, or like, ooh, I had fun with this.
I would say that it's much needed, just to be able to chill. And I mean, obviously there were other things that I was doing on this weekend that were very fulfilling, but also very overwhelming and hectic, and a lot of time crunches and schedules going out of whack. And so this was like the leisure half. Hanging out with you was the leisure half of this trip for me. And I really needed that, both because of everything else this weekend, but also, as I mentioned before, it's just been hectic for the past few months. And that's been such a great source of peace for me.
That's good. Well, I'm glad that you had that opportunity. I do want to assure you that even though she is getting married, we are still going to be good friends, and we are still going to do stuff together. We might not always put it on this channel, but just know that things are going very, very smoothly between us.
Yes, my soon-to-be husband is very social himself, and I was telling Paul this just yesterday. He's very social, and he likes the idea of me also maintaining an active social life. He's very big on travel and loves for me to be able to travel freely. So I don't think there's going to be any problem with continuing to visit each other back and forth.
That's good. All right, well, I think we should probably wrap it up here. But was there anything that you wanted to say to the audience before we continue with the next part of our hangout?
Just that it's great to be back on here talking with everybody again, talking to Paul again. And I hope you guys are enjoying the channel. And even without me, you have a great channel head.
That means a lot coming from someone who's such a good editor. So thank you for that. So thank you again, Esabelle. You have been absolutely wonderful.
Oh, thank you. You have too.
You are like literally like one of my best friends, if not my best friend at this
Aw.
point. So seeing you in person when we just knew each other through YouTube, it's still so cool.
Yeah, actually, I will add this, and don't worry, I won't give too many details. So, whenever we were at the wedding, my sister and I mentioned, we're like, and this is a friend that we met through Paul, and we're like, yeah, all this happened, all like these trips and being here and having these experiences, like it all happened because Paul and I met.
Yeah,
And
so
it's pretty incredible.
I'm not much of an abstract person, but even I can admit that there's a ripple effect of like just about everything. And I'm very happy that the ripple effect worked in our favor.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, thank you very much for watching/listening. I hope you weren't too bummed out by Esabelle not being on camera, but I hope that you will be happy enough that we at least showed some pictures of her. So, would you like to say your catchphrase and then I'll say mine?
All right. Bye, everyone, and keep being nothing less than your best self.
And I will say remember to keep the faith, stay epic, and God bless. Bye!